Thank you for participating in our study. The purpose of this video tutorial is to orient you to the iPhone app you will be using during the course of the study. The study will take place over a 15-day period. There will be 5 sessions on each day except for the last day, on which only one session will be triggered. There are 2 types of sessions. The first one of each day will be used primarily to log the number of cigarettes smoked or alcohol consumed in the previous 24 hours. The remaining sessions for the day will ask that you respond to a number of questions related to your current location, interactions with other people, mood, cravings, and reactions to 2 images. This is the iPhone with our app icon. You can click on the icon to open the app. If you open the app when a session is not waiting or in progress, you will see the user screen. It shows your user ID, the amount earned to date for completed sessions, and a status message showing that no sessions are available. The settings button at the top left here is only intended for our team members. This area is used to initialize the iPhone for your use. You do not need access to this area, and therefore we do not provide you with a password. When a randomized session time is reached, a couple things will happen. First, an alarm will be sounded like this. You will also see a notification banner at the top and a red badge on the app icon. If your sound is disabled on the iPhone, the phone will vibrate instead of sounding the alarm. This alarm will be repeated 3 additional times unless you open the app and begin the session. The repeated alarms will come at 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 14 minutes. You must begin the session within 15 minutes, or the session will be canceled. You only have 1 minute after the final snooze alarm to enter the session. If the session is canceled, you will hear the following alarm. And the red badge will be removed from the icon. Anytime you see a red badge on the icon, it means a session is waiting for you. You can touch either the app icon or the notification banner at the top to begin a session. This is the screen you will see upon opening the app when the alarm has recently sounded and a session is waiting. You must touch OK to begin the session. The snooze alarms will be repeated for up to 15 minutes until you actually touch OK to enter the session. Upon clicking OK, you are taken directly into a session. This is an example of the log session that is triggered at the beginning of each day. Simply touch Next to your response, and then touch the Next button to proceed. The Next button is on a slight delay, which means that you may have to wait briefly for it to appear if you respond very quickly. Once you have made the final response, a thank you screen appears, and the app indicates that the responses are being compiled or transmitted to our study database. You do not have to wait for the data to be compiled or transmitted before closing the app. Feel free to close the app at any time after you have reached the final screen. If you open the app again, the previously seen user screen will be shown unless another session is waiting. We are now hearing the alarm for our second session of the day. We will touch the icon to enter and OK to begin the session. After the first session of the day, the remaining 4 sessions of the day require more responses. You respond in the same manner as the log, our first session, and touch Next each time to advance. Another difference in these sessions is the presentation of images, which happens twice during each session. The image will be presented for 10 seconds, and we ask that you look at the image for the entire 10 seconds. An alarm will then sound, the phone will vibrate, and the app will automatically advance to the next screen for additional responses. Many of the questions presented during these sessions are presented in random order, so make sure you read each carefully before making your selection. Once you have made the final response for the session, a thank you screen will appear. You will see the amount earned for completing the session, the amount earned to date for the study, and an indication that the app is compiling your responses or transmitting the data to our study database. You can now close the app. Again, there is no need to wait until the app is done compiling or transmitting the data. For all the sessions, you must complete the session within 15 minutes of beginning, or touching the OK button to enter the session. If you fail to complete the session in the allotted time, a cancel alarm will be sounded, and the red badge is removed from the app icon. After your final session has been completed, you will see a message indicating the study is over. You should have received instructions from one of our team members as to when you are to visit our office to finalize your participation in our study.